Understand that you work, understand that you have children. So for you, it's going to have to be at least 4 hours a semester. And that's not full time. For this court, at least 8 hours is full time. But because of everything that you have going on in your life, court is calling 2024 CR 2336, State of Texas versus Larietta Nicole Holmes. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Greg Gameray.
Are you Miss Holmes? All right, you need to speak up so the court reporter can hear. Did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision or Deferred Adjudication with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery?
I have, Judge.
Have you reviewed it with your client?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Holmes, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with injury to the elderly, bodily injury? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up these rights and enter into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes.
Off the record for a moment. We're back on the record. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe she does, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Holmes, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, no.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, state is recommending deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2023 CR 8418, and there's to be restitution of $3,700.85 to John Ripley. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours community service restitution, no contact with John Ripley or Feather Point Road, San Antonio, Texas, 78233. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plea?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
No objection, Your Honor.
And state, have you conferred or spoken to the complainant?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you
Yes.
understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. My client has obviously, since this case occurred back in July of 22, she's obviously stayed out of trouble, Your Honor. She's been to court. She is going to school. She's becoming a business, let me know the less.
Esthetician.
Currently she works as an esthetician, which is my understanding is skincare.
Mhm.
And that's what she does for a living, but she's also going back to school to get her degree in business administration. She has two children, a 15-year-old, a 17-year-old that she takes care of. And this is a difficult case, obviously, for her judge. This is a true no contest plea, and this is what she believes is in her best interest. She wants to get off probation as soon as possible, do everything she can, Your Honor. So we just ask you to grant this and get closure on this.
All right, so Ms. Holmes, you understand when people ask you to leave their property, whether you think you're being evicted legally or not, it's always best to leave and then just handle things civilly. So if this were a case where you didn't think you were being evicted properly, all you had to do was, you know what? I'm going to file a civil case. And it appears that it is not a civil case that would be filed in district court based upon what the amount is. So you would just go to one of the JP courts and you just file it. And there are plenty of people who file that every day. And that's how you solve that, as opposed to coming here. Now you have all of these extra fees and you have this. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So, of course, I always have to ask this question. The piercings underneath the lip, were those painful?
No, ma'am. I
Okay.
didn't get them at the same time either. I got them over a period of time.
So what order did you get them? What was the first one?
I had got this one, I was like 16,
Mhm.
and I got this one, I was like 19, and then I just got this one, and it's just compliments when I smile.
Oh, okay. I'm always wondering. And the tattoos, what are the symbols for those?
It's really not too much no symbols, butterflies, music symbol. I play the piano,
Oh, wow.
Bible verses. I grew up in the church.
See, I always wanted to play the piano. And I was going to take it as an elective in college because everybody's like, it's an easy elective. Okay, I'm in a class that's supposed to be for beginners. Everybody in there had a piano at their home and had been playing forever. They were truly taking it as, yes. I couldn't even answer because our professor would say, in order to answer the roll call, you had to play the note he wanted you to play. I'm like, yeah, I'm out of
Drop
here.
that class.
I dropped it, but I dropped it before they were going to give me a W.
There you go.
I saw the writing on the wall before the end of the week. I was like, no.
Judge, as you know, you two that want to learn piano, YouTube will teach you immediately.
All right, we're going to see. Well, don't put professors out of business. All right, so you're currently employed. Okay, so this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. Take in consideration 2023 CR 8418 and state, do you have that? There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom. Thank you. On the person.
Thank you.
There's to be regular random UAs. I always have to tell people who are new to probation, when you're on probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol at all, even at your own home. You're not allowed to do marijuana even at your own home, because what that's going to result in is they're going to result in a positive UA. And people think these are my rules. These are the rules that the legislatures have put in place. So if you're UA today, is everything going to be fine? All right, what's going to be in your system? All right, so we're going to do random UAs and we're going to test for levels. So those levels need to start going down. You understand? And do not, if they file a motion to revoke because your levels are increasing, do not come back to the court saying you were around people who were smoking, because you have children. You shouldn't be around people who are smoking because it gets in your clothes and children end up smelling like marijuana. Their clothes smell like marijuana. And then children who are at school tend to tease them, and we don't want that. There is to be 150 hours of community service restitution.
May I speak to that, Judge?
Yes.
Is it possible, if she can show semester grades going towards her business administration degree, that can satisfy some of that community service?
I was just about to say,
Thank you, Judge.
thank you.
ESPN.
The community service out, yeah, we're here. The community service hours will be waived once she provides proof of her BA. And honestly, you should be able to finish that, hopefully, before your community supervision has expired. But if you show the court that you're actually taking classes, and when I say take classes, your attorney, no, I will mean this, not just one class a semester, you understand? And I understand that you work, I understand that you have children. So for you, it's going to have to be at least 4 hours a semester. And that's not full time. For this court, at least 8 hours is full time. But because of everything that you have going on in your life, probation, she needs to do at least 4 hours per semester. There's to be anger management. There's to be no contact with John Ripley or the address on Feather Point Road. And there's to be the restitution amount of $3,755.85 to John Ripley. And there's to be field visits 1 time per month for 2 months. Probation, is there anything else? Thank you. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
And Judge, was the fine probated? Is that something I need to address?
There was no fine asked for. You're welcome. Probation, anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Off the record, in this court, to be successful in probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel as though your probation officer isn't addressing it, you can always come back to the court and we'll take it up. All right, do you have any questions? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes,
Thank
once
you.
she talks to probation.
Yes.
Court is calling 2018 CR 11301, State of Texas versus Samuel Cisneros. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Joseph Stateson.
And are you Samuel Cisneros? Are you the same Samuel Cisneros who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2018 CR 11301 for the offense of aggravated robbery on July 26, 2019 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 1 on or about the 6th day of April 2024 in Guadalupe County, Texas. The defendant, Samuel Cisneros, committed the offense of driving while licensed valid with previous conviction suspended without financial responsibility. Violation condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. Your Honor, waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to life in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
And it's the denied motion, continue the individual on supervision with the following. Pay off the citations and obtaining his driver's license within 90 days. Also, probationers requesting credit for, I'm sorry, Judge, this is part of the
No problem.
paragraph. So probationers requesting credit for 4-hour parenting education class completed on January 27th, 2020 to the North American Leaning, I'm assuming that's supposed to be Learning Institute, certificate number 321293. Also pay off half of his delinquent balance within 180 days. And a payment plan for at least $100 per week thereafter. and then continue with his outpatient treatment program. And then continue making donations to the San Antonio Food Bank.
All right, probation.
Yes, Judge. That is probation's recommendation. The CSO reports that Mr. Cisneros has been doing rather well. He's been working on getting himself back into compliance. He's been abstaining from illegal drugs and submitted negative results on his UAs. He reports it as instructed and has maintained self-employment. He did pay off the $1,400 to the city of Live Oak County, which should remove the holds on his driver's license. He's provided proof of that and proof of the payment for Uvalde. He reports it's scheduled, and right now there's no issues. He did recently run into a few setbacks because his work van was stolen and all of the work tools that were inside of it all of his work tools were inside of it. So right now, Judge, we would respectfully ask that you go on with the recommendations from probation.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
No.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Samuel Cisneros,
All right, how old are you?
28.
All right. If you're revoked, how much time are you looking at in prison?
Quite a while.
The range of punishment.
No, how much
Uh,
time?
599.
Or life? And see, there's really not much difference between 99 years or life. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And so they're telling me that your van with your work tools were stolen.
Yes, ma'am.
How did that make you feel?
It made me angry, but at the same time, like back in my old life, I used to do the same thing, so just got me back.
So here's the thing, you know the amount of time you're looking at? Now, the state, defense, and probation are making an agreement that you be continued. I don't have to follow that agreement. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Because your contract is with the court, it's not with either side.
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to be hyper vigilant. And you know why? Because one, I order parenting classes. So that means that you have children.
Yes, ma'am.
They're depending upon you. You can't be doing stuff that sometimes normal people would do. Like, oh, I just need to do this, or I just need to do that. Everything that you do, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could potentially result in me going to prison for life or going to prison, period? Because your minimum is 5 years. And how old are your children?
8, 7, and I have a newborn about to be born.
All right. So let me just tell you, the newborn who's about to be born, if you were to go to prison for 5 years on this case, you'll probably do a majority of the time because that's just the way the time flows. They say you only do half calendar years, but if you were to do 5 years, let's say you get lucky, you come out in 2.5, your newborn will be 2.5 years old, do not know you whatsoever, unless somebody's just showing them a picture every day. You understand? So you're going to have to be hyper vigilant and stay on the right path.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you all are asking him to pay off his citations. My understanding that's already been paid.
Yes, Judge.
All right. So I don't have to say pay off citations. And sometimes I don't like to say pay off citations because people have bills in their life. And sometimes it's, do I pay off this citation or do I pay for my rent so I have a place to live? So I'm not going to order that. You all have already said that he's paid it. But what I am going to tell you, you can't drive if you don't have a license. And you can't drive if your license is suspended. You have to take the VIA bus. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this credit for the parenting classes, where did he do his parenting classes?
At the North American Learning Institute, and a certificate of completion was provided.
All right. What's the one thing you learned from parenting classes? I'm putting you on the spot.
Just being a father to my kids, like being able to provide for them and not just providing for them, is like actually showing them the right way, not life I live.
And spending time with them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And not blowing up at them, because you have to remember when children are little, sometimes they don't understand the rules. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then let me see. So delinquent balance, is that probation delinquent balance?
Yes, Judge, and he's making payments toward it, Judge.
All right, so here's the thing about the delinquent balances. Figure out what your expenses are and figure out how much money you're bringing in, and then make payments if you can make payments. Probation doesn't want you to be in a situation where you can no longer afford where you're living or where your utilities get cut off. And if there's a situation where he's indigent, counsel, just having to fill out the form, and the court will make a ruling on whether or not he's indigent.
Yes, Judge.
All right, is there anything else he needs?
Judge, they are asking that he continue with an outpatient treatment program and continue making donations to the San Antonio Food Bank for his community service hours.
All right. The court will deny the motion. Court is going to give you credit for parenting classes. You to continue with your outpatient treatment. You need to stay vigilant on that. Don't slip up and hang out with some friends, because sometimes you're with friends, they will say, oh, well, it's only this, take a drink, or it's only this, smoke this. You don't want to do that. And then with regards to the donations to the San Antonio Food Bank, here's the thing. You can either do your community service hours, or either you can pay it off. It's completely up to you. And if there is some sort of improvement that you're trying to do in your life, because what do you do with your tools, with your van when you had it?
I got it stolen, so I had to construction.
Construction.
What do? I do a drywall, second floor.
All right, so if there is some sort of certification that you can obtain, if you obtain that certification and it's helping you in your business or helping you with your life, if you'll take that, obtain a certification and give it to probation, I will take that in lieu of your community service hours.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can either continue to pay off your community service hours, or you can get a certificate in somebody's trade school to improve your lot in life. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, if we're off the record, anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am, just thank you. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. If there's an issue, let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, then you can always come back to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck
Thank
to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, so where are we on this case?
Judge, I believe says it's our second setting.
Mhm.
First setting, Mr. Estrada was not present.
Yes.
The issue was he'd become homeless. He didn't have any way of contacting. I didn't have any way of contacting him.
Mhm.
I reached out to pretrial services. They provided an email address, which is really the only form of communication for him right now. But
Okay,
talking to the state, they're going to allow us to apply for pretrial diversion. Talking to Mr. Estrada and then speaking with his family earlier this week. I think this is a good opportunity for him. He's someone that has struggled with drugs, and we talked through that. His plan is to go to Haven if and when he's released, instead of going back into the same situation where he was arrested. Young person, he's 23.
so was he on a PR bond
He
or?
was, Judge, for about
Okay.
a year.
All right, so have you conferred with the state on having the court recall the warrant?
I have not, Judge. I certainly would be asking for that. And then I'll also get the application filled out and turned in this morning.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a PTD date for Nicholas Estrada.
Either week, July 3rd. So about July 10th, 16th.
All right, so we'll be back on July 15th. Norma, if you can give him a reset form. State, do you have any objection to recalling the warrant on Nicholas Estrada? Okay. All right, so I'll recall the warrant and order placement in Haven for Hope. You know, it could be placement at Haven for Hope or either lifetime recovery.
I think either would be good for him, Judge.
All right, so I'll order placement in lifetime recovery or Haven for Hope.
Mhm.
Whichever one is quickest.
Fair enough, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Estrada, They're going to give you a reset form. Your court date is going to be July 15th. You need to make sure you're here. If you're not here, what's going to end up happening is a warrant is going to be issued. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so, counsel, you'll be able to get in touch with him?
I have both in contact with his aunt judge and then confirmed with him the email address I have, he will be checking.
Okay,
And if I could have him sit for just a second, I'll go get the application.
okay.
We'll get some contact information.
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right, make sure you appear. And if for some reason you forget when your court date is, or you lose that form, if it's Monday through Friday, you can just walk into this courtroom and we'll make sure that you know what date you'd appear, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and get some help for the drug issues, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate
All right, thank you. Thank you, counsel.
When you are, Judge. May I approach?
No, because here's the thing, everyone, see, people always say, Judge, why do you keep repeating these same rules? Because we already know them. And then when I don't repeat them, people
break
don't
it.
follow the rules. So here are the rules. After you confer with the state and your client, just approach the clerk and ask them to pull the file. They'll place it here. I'll call you in the order of appearance.
My apologies.
No, no problem. All right, Ramsey Ibram, where is he?
It's right here.
See, I have to give instructions because then people will not follow the instructions. See, you know what the problem is? The problem is, I have two siblings, right? One older, one younger. I'm the middle child. And my mom would lay down certain rules for us. She would say, this is your curfew time. What would I do? If the curfew was at 8 p.m., I would be home by 7:30 because, I don't know when my brothers would always walk that thin line. If it follows the rules, it'll be so much easier.
I can tell you what the problem really is. And
What?
you won't admit, he's a Kansas City Chief fan.
Could be it.
Enough said.
I was a 7:30 guy too, Judge. I was aware of your rules. I thought you were finish. So I don't want to be
Excuse
labeled
me.
as a late person or not. knowing the
Everyone.
rules. I'm aware of the rules.
Everyone, he's a Kansas City Chief fan. Oh
Go
my
Chiefs.
goodness. Ramsey Ibrahim, come down.
Help where I can.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that was a help.
We should do a day where everybody wears their sports
That'd be great.
teams. That would.
Do it, do it.
Yeah. All right, counsel, have you had a chance to talk to him about your motion to withdraw?
I have, Judge. Can I catch you up?
Sure.
I've discussed it with Mr. Ibrahim. He would still like me to represent him. I've had some pretty big difficulties, as the court heard a couple of days ago, with him making contact with me, maintaining contact. He did not pay his cell phone bill. He was not getting text message or cell calls. He admits he had a way of getting a hold of me. He could have gotten a hold of me. He's
So
an
here's the
adult.
thing. Do you want to stay as his attorney or no?
Yes, Judge, I will stay as his attorney.
Okay.
Yes, Judge, so I would like to address his violation of pretrial services now, if the court would like to take that up.
Okay. Did you confer with the state on his violations?
No, Judge, I will do that.
Okay. Do you have a copy of it?
No, I will get that, Judge.
Oh, no, we can give you a copy.
Thank you.
All right, just make sure that's the only copy I have. If you want to go to the back, you can and make a copy. All right, Mr.
Matos.
Matos. All right, that may have been a pre violation report. So if you all can print that out for me so I can write on the violation report that he's installed it.
If I could clarify, Judge?
Yes.
Originally, he was arrested. He was in jail for 3 months, and I requested Judge Nahida to give him a PR bond.
Mhm.
As a condition of the PR bond, Judge Nahida ordered the ignition interlock.
Okay.
Mr. Matos does not have a vehicle. So since then, he signed an affidavit of non-ownership and an affidavit of non-driving. He's also out on bond and driving while intoxicated. Judge Benya downstairs in County Court 11 allowed him to install the scram instead of the ignition interlock.
Okay.
So we're asking the court here in the 187 to also have him install the ignition, the scram instead of the ignition interlock. And he has already done that.
All right, sir, do you understand that you're not allowed to drive at all?
Yes,
All right, so another judge ordered you to have scram. Your attorney is an officer of the court. She's telling me that you have the scram. You have the scram, correct?
yes, correct.
You did an affidavit of non-driving. That means you are not to drive whatsoever. Do you understand?
Yes,
All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Everyone's in shades of blue.
There you go.
Nobody sent me the memo.
Well, your cup is
Mhm.
the blue too, yeah.
All right, I'll go with that. So today is plea deadline date. Where are we?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
No, please.
I had sent the state some documents to review to negotiate on a plea, Your Honor, and unfortunately they did not receive that email. I have given them hard copies. So we're just asking,
Okay. Start the confusion, sir.
All right, I'm sorry, continue.
that's okay. So we're just asking, I think the state and I are agreed to maybe a short reset so they can review those documents and we can continue with plea negotiations to get this case resolved, Judge.
All right, June 24th or June 27th, or a date earlier.
I'll be here on both days.
June 24th and June 27th.
Well, welcome to
Um,
set up, Judge. We appreciate it because we had tried to make some efforts, but it didn't come through. So
June 27th, I think would be great. Or, yeah,
All right, Norma on Westbrook is being recalled for June 27th.
thank you, Judge.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 3443, State of Texas versus Dorothy Perez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
for the defense?
Patrick Lamas.
All right, this hearing was scheduled on May 23rd to begin with, and then it was recalled for May 30th. The defendant did not appear. This is a nonviolent offense, and the court realized that the defendant was homeless. On May 30th, the defendant still did not appear, and it was recalled for today. With both parties' knowledge, the court sent an email to pretrial services to see if she was in compliance, and they said that she was in compliance. But the court has reset this on the docket more than once for her to appear. Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
I haven't had any since last year, beginning of last year.
All right, and it is 9:43 a.m. This hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. Your client has not made an appearance. She's on a PR bond, state.
State's requesting a judge's warrant.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant. If you're able to get in contact with your client and she makes an appearance, the court will reconsider. So I'll issue a judge's warrant and remand her without bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll
Alright.
continue to try to get a hold of her.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, today is the plea deadline date. Oh, no problem.
Your Honor, we're here to ask if we could have a little more time. The state has been trouble reaching out to the alleged victim. And they reached out to my office, but I referred them back to the ADA's office.
All right, so let's do this. Since they've reached out, you say the complainant reached out to your office?
Yes.
So they'll probably answer your phone call. So why don't we put him back in the box? Because this case has been going on for a while, and I'm not going to give you all a further reset for a plea deadline date. So if you will reach out, call them.
Your Honor, I have. I reached out this morning. I reached out yesterday before coming here. I reached out yesterday morning as well. They were supposed to come by the office. I said, I have a letter of an affidavit of non-prosecution that you're welcome to just come by and pick it up. And that wasn't done either, Your Honor.
All right, so today's the plea deadline date. So if you all want to step back and try to reach out to them again, you're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, your plea deadline date is going to expire and you're going to get a trial setting. So if you all want to step back, try to reach the complainant. All right, thank you.
15 লাখ টাকা পেয়ে গেলেন এরপর কি করবেন?
আমি নিজের নামে একটা রেস্টুরেন্ট ওপেন করতে চাই, এটা করতে পারবো, এটা করতে পারবো।
15 লক্ষ টাকায় রেস্টুরেন্ট হবে না তো?
8 বছর চাকরি করেছি মানবাধিকার সংস্থায়। চাকরি চলাকালীন আমি কোনো কিছু শিখতেও পারছিলাম না, এই বিষয়টা নিয়ে আগাতেও পারছিলাম না। সেজন্য আমি চাকরি ছেড়েছি এটাতে আগাবো বলে। আমার রেসিপির নাম হলো ভেলভেটি কোকোয়া ক্রেভিং।
জান্নাত কি করেন আপনি?
আমার একটা অনলাইন পেজ আছে যেখানে বাসায় ফুড বানিয়ে সেটা কি বলে সেল করি। কারিগরি প্রশিক্ষণ কেন্দ্র থেকে কয়েকটা বেকিং এবং কুকিংয়ের উপরে সার্টিফাইড কোর্স করেছি এবং বর্তমানে এখন ডিপ্লোমা কালিনারি ম্যানেজমেন্টের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা করছি।
কেন এত পড়াশোনা করেছেন কালিনারি নিয়ে?
নিজেকে একজন প্রফেশনাল শেফ হিসেবে দেখতে চাই।
যখন প্রফেশনাল শেফ হয়ে যাবেন, আমি লাস্ট 7 বছর ঈদে কখনো ছুটি নেইনি। সো ঈদ কমপ্লিটলি গন, হলিডেজ কমপ্লিটলি গন। ফ্যামিলি এটা রাজি হবে? ফ্যামিলি মানবে?
আমি 8 বছর চাকরি করেছি মানবাধিকার সংস্থায়। চাকরি চলাকালীন আমি কোনো কিছু শিখতেও পারছিলাম না, এই বিষয়টা নিয়ে আগাতেও পারছিলাম না। সেজন্য আমি চাকরি ছেড়েছি এটাতে আগাবো বলে। আর চাকরি যখন করেছি তখন আমার ছেলেকে আমার মা, আমার বোন ওরা হলো কি দেখাশোনা করেছে।
আপনার কেন মনে হচ্ছে যে সেরা রাঁধুনি সেই প্ল্যাটফর্ম যেটা আপনাকে শেফ হতে সাহায্য করবে?
যারা এই কালিনারি জগতে আসতে চায় তাদের জন্য একটা সেরা প্ল্যাটফর্ম হলো সেরা রাঁধুনি। সব কিছু একটা শক্ত হাতের প্রয়োজন হয় কোনো কিছুতে সামনে আগিয়ে যেতে। তো আমার কাছে শক্ত হাত সেই সেরা রাঁধুনিটা।
শেফ আমরা কি করতে পারি বলেন?
নিয়ে যাই,
ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিয়ে।
ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
4 বছরের অপেক্ষা।
কি নাম তোমার?
ফাতেমা খাতুন ঋতু।
কি বানিয়েছো আজকে?
ডেজার্ট বানিয়েছি হানি সানফ্লাওয়ার। আমি এখানে বাকলাভা করছি ক্রিম চিজ দিয়ে, যেখানে আমি ক্রিম চিজ ইউজ করেছি হানি।
সো দিস ইজ আ বাকলাভা।
বাকলাভা এবং চিজ,
আউটার লেয়ারটা বাকলাভার
এবং উপরে চিজ কেক,
চিজ কেক, এন্ড দেন দিস
দম চিকেন, আর ওইটা নান বানাইছি আমি।
এই দুটো রেসিপি থেকে যদি যে কোনো একটা সিলেক্ট করতে হয়, আমি যদি বলি আপনাকে আমি একটার জন্য মার্ক করব, সেটা কি হবে?
তাহলে বাকলাভা চিজ কেক।
কেন?
বাকলাভা আমার বেকিং খুব ভালো লাগে করতে।
কয়েকটি কুইজিনের নাম বলেন।
আচ্ছা, মানে আমি ইতালিয়ান, তারপর এইভাবে বলবো কি পাস্তা, তারপর পিৎজা। ইন্ডিয়ান কুইজিনের মধ্যে আসে বিরিয়ানি, তারপর হলো বিভিন্ন ধরনের রায়তা, রাবড়ি, এগুলা। আর টার্কিশ ডেজার্ট করেছি। টার্কিশ ডেজার্টে বাকলাভা তো আসেই। থাই কুইজিনে হলো টম ইয়াম স্যুপ আছে, তারপরে হলো থাই ফ্রাইড রাইস আছে একটু।
লেটস সে আমরা আপনাকে আজকে সিলেক্ট করলাম, আপনি শোতে এসে শো জিতে গিয়েছেন,
ওকে,
15 লাখ টাকা পেয়ে গেলেন, এরপর কি করবেন?
আমি নিজের নামে একটা রেস্টুরেন্ট ওপেন করতে চাই। এটা করতে পারবো, এটা করতে পারবো।
15 লক্ষ টাকায় রেস্টুরেন্ট হবে না তো?
যতটুকু হোক, ছোট হোক বা বড় হোক, যতটুকু হোক আমি করব।
যদি আজকে এখানে সুযোগ না পান তাহলে কি আপনার জার্নিটা থেমে যাবে?
না না না, অবশ্যই না, আমি আবার চেষ্টা করব।
আই লাইক দ্য স্পিরিট। আপনার ফুডের টেস্ট ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এখন খুশি হতে পারেন। আপনাকে যখন 15 লাখ টাকা জিতেছেন, আপনি ইমাজিন করতে বলছে আপনি অনেক খুশি হয়ে গিয়েছিলেন।
না না, এমন কিছু না। ঢাকা অবধি যাই তখন হয়তো ইমাজিন করতে পারবো যে আমি অনেকটা একটা ধাপ হলেও এগিয়ে আসতে পারছি।
ইমাজিন করেন আপনি ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়ে গিয়েছেন।
হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা,
পেয়ে গিয়েছেন
সত্যি?
জি, চলে আসুন।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাঁধুনি।
chân thật và kiên nhẫn con mang theo gieo thiện lương muôn phương bằng cả trái tim thiên thần còn nhìn đây khắp nơi mẹ ơi. trên trời cao con rớt xuống đây khóc, được làm em bé xíu của mẹ này. Dịu dàng mẹ cười đón thiên thần đáng yêu.
Mình đang tô bằng cái màu đỏ nha, một cái màu đỏ tươi rất là lộng lẫy cho chú công này, với bộ lông dài. Mình đã tô xong cái phần đuôi là màu tím và màu đỏ nha. Mình sẽ tô đôi chân với cái màu nâu. Đây là cái màu nâu nha. Tới cái phần chân là cái màu nâu nè. Bộ lông dài, bộ đuôi dài lên nó sẽ che hết cả cái phần chân của chú công này nha. Mình sẽ tô phần lông trên bằng cái màu vàng. Vàng và cam kết hợp.
ওয়াও মনে হয়, ভিজুয়ালি দেখতে অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, প্রেজেন্টেশনটা ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি। ঢাকা অডিশনের জন্য একটু টেনশন হচ্ছে নেক্সট রাউন্ডে আমি যেতে পারবো কিনা।
আমার মাঝে আমি সেরা রাধুনী।
সুরাইয়া পারভিন, কি বানিয়েছেন আপনি?
আমি একটি ডেজার্ট নিয়ে এসেছি আজকে, লেয়ার কার্ড ফ্যান্টাসি।
আমি জানি না টেস্ট কেমন, আমি জাস্ট আপনার বেকিংটা দেখেই ওয়াও মনে হয়। ডেজার্ট ছাড়া আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কুইজিন আর কি বানাতে পারেন?
থাই, চাইনিজটা পারি।
থাই আর চাইনিজ কুইজিনের মধ্যে পার্থক্যটা কি বলতে পারবেন?
কিছুটা কাছাকাছি, কারণ এই দুটার মধ্যে আপনার যেই জিনিস প্রোডাক্টগুলো আমরা ইউজ করি প্রায় একই রকম।
অনেকটা ডিফারেন্স আছে। থাই খুব ঝাল হয়, চাইনিজ অত ঝাল হয় না। আর থাইতে প্রচুর কোকোনাট ইউজ করে, চাইনিজে অত কোকোনাট ইউজ হয় না। এছাড়াও এরকম অনেক উদাহরণ আছে
জি
দুটো ফুডের মধ্যে।
জি,
সেরা রাঁধুনিতে কেন এসেছেন?
আমি মনে করি ম্যাম সেরা রাঁধুনি একটা হচ্ছে বিশাল বড় একটা প্ল্যাটফর্ম, যেখানে নিজেকে আমি উপস্থাপন করতে পারবো সবার সামনে, আমি আমার প্রতিভাকে দেখাতে পারবো। ফিউচারে আমার খুব ইচ্ছা নিজেকে একজন সফল উদ্যোক্তা হিসেবে তৈরি করা। আমি মনে করি সেরা রাঁধুনি আমাকে সেই প্ল্যাটফর্মটা আমাকে তৈরি করে দিবে।
আজকে যদি আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড না দিই তাহলে আপনার কেমন লাগবে?
ভালো খারাপ দুইটাই লাগবে। কার্ড পেলে ভালো লাগবে, না পেলে ইনশাল্লাহ পরের বার আরও ভালোভাবে চেষ্টা করে আসবো।
আপনি তো আমাদের আগের চ্যালেঞ্জেসগুলো দেখেছেন, অনেক ইন্টারন্যাশনাল, অনেক ফিউশন, অনেক ডিফারেন্ট টাইপ অফ চ্যালেঞ্জেস থাকে। সো আপনার মনে হয় আপনি রেডি?
ইয়েস, আমি রেডি।
তাহলে চলে আসেন, আপনাকে আমরা
চলে আসুন।
একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিতে চাচ্ছি।
থ্যাংক ইউ শেফ। ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি, ভালো লাগছে। জাজরা আমার ফুড খেয়ে অনেক প্রশংসা করেছে। ঢাকা অডিশনের জন্য একটু টেনশন হচ্ছে নেক্সট রাউন্ডে আমি যেতে পারবো কিনা।
সীমানা যতই হোক দেয়ালে ঘেরা, এ আমারই মঞ্চ, জানি আমি সেরা।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম।
আমি শারমিন সাবালিনা। আমি আজকে নিয়ে এসেছি পিনা কোলাডা পাইনাপেল কেক।
ভিজুয়ালি দেখতে অনেক সুন্দর হয়েছে।
হ্যাঁ, প্রেজেন্টেশনটা ভালো।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন?
একাডেমিক পড়াশোনা শেষ করেছি আমি, আর বর্তমানে আমি কালিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা করছি। আর হোমমেড একটা খাবারের বিজনেস আছে যেটা আমি আমাদের এলাকাতে রান করছি।
শামিন, আপনি কোকোনাট ইউজ করেছেন এখানে?
না সে
পিনা কোলাডাতে কিন্তু কোকোনাট যায়। ইটস আ
জি।
মিক্সচার অফ পাইনঅ্যাপল এন্ড কোকোনাট।
কোকোনাট।
আমার কাছে মানে কেকের টেস্টটা বেশ ভালো লেগেছে।
আমার কাছেও কেকের টেস্টটা
Balance.
ভালো লেগেছে। ইটস নট টু সুইট, দেয়ার ইজ পাইনঅ্যাপল। when you
Very
call it,
juicy.
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম।
আপনি এটা ছাড়া আর কি রান্না করতে পারেন? ঝাল খাবার কি রান্না করতে পারেন?
বিরিয়ানি, কাবাব, হচ্ছে মুঠি কাবাব, শামি কাবাব,
Internationally?
জালি কাবাব,
ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কোনো খাবার?
যেমন চাইনিজের মধ্যে ফ্রাইড রাইস, চিলি চিকেন, ওনথন, থাই স্যুপ, এগুলো সব পারি।
চাইনিজের মধ্যে তো থাই আসে না।
নার্ভাস কেন?
ভালো আসছে না?
আমি জানি আপনি জানেন, বাট আপনি নার্ভাস কেন এত?
প্রথমবার আমার অডিশন তো সেই জন্য।
আগে কেন আসেন?
আগে আমি মানে গত সিজন আমি ভাবছিলাম যে দিব, তারপর ভাবলাম যে না, আমি একটু কাঁচা আসছি, এখানে তো দেখি অনেক সব দক্ষ সবাই আসে, ওই জন্য আমি ভাবছিলাম একটু ভালো মতো শিখে তারপর যাই, সেই জন্য।
সো আপনার মনে হয় আপনি এবারের জন্য রেডি?
হ্যাঁ, আমার মনে হয় আমি রেডি আছি এবারের জন্য।
তাহলে আমরাও রেডি। আসলে আপনাকে একটা ওয়েটিং কার্ড দেই।
থ্যাংক ইউ শেফ। সেরা রাঁধুনির ওয়েটিং কার্ড পেয়েছি, আর আশা করছি গ্র্যান্ড অডিশনের জন্য সিলেক্ট হব ইনশাল্লাহ। এটা পেয়েছি, এটাতে অনেক খুশি লাগছে। ইনশাল্লাহ গ্র্যান্ড অডিশনের জন্য সিলেক্ট হলে আরও বেশি খুশি হব।
Mình đã tô xong bức tranh về chú mèo nha. Các bạn hãy quan sát lại bức tranh mình đã hoàn thiện này. Để theo dõi các video tiếp theo, các bạn nhớ bấm like cho mình nhé. Xin chào các bạn. Hello, xin chào các bạn đến với kênh YouTube của mình nha. Hôm nay chúng mình cùng nhau tô màu bức tranh về một chú gà mái này, một chú gà mái hoa mơ này. Chúng mình cùng tô màu nha. Một chú gà mái với bộ chân rất là sần sù, Như kiểu chú ấy là một chú gà mái rất già rồi ấy. Nên mình sẽ tô cái màu của nó là màu đỏ nhá. Đây này, đây là cái màu đỏ này. Mình sẽ tô cái phần màu trên đỉnh đầu trước nha. Mình đang tô cái phần màu của chú gà. Mình đã tô xong cái phần màu với cái màu đỏ này rồi nhá. Giờ mình sẽ tô sang phần mỏ này. Để cái màu nâu. Đây là cái màu nâu này. Mình sẽ dùng cái chì ngòi nhỏ này. Một cái mỏ rất là sắc nhọn.
It looked really good. Taste-wise, it is also very good.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম অ্যান্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
আমি মৌসুমি।
মৌসুমি কি বানিয়েছেন?
এটা হচ্ছে চকো ক্যারামেল চিজকেক ব্লসম।
Looks beautiful. I think আজকের দেখা one of the best presentation.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কি করেন আপনি?
আমার ছোটোখাটো একটা বিজনেস আছে ফুড নিয়ে, পাশাপাশি আমি ট্রেনার হিসেবে রাজশাহী মহিলা টিটিসিতে আছি। আমি মাস্টার্স কমপ্লিট করেছি হোম ইকোনমিক্স থেকে, আর এছাড়াও আমি হোটেল ম্যানেজমেন্টে ডিপ্লোমা করেছি, আর এখন করছি হলো কুলিনারি আর্টসের উপরে ডিপ্লোমা। এছাড়াও আমি কিছু লেভেল কমপ্লিট করেছি যেটা কুকিং এবং বেকিংয়ের উপরে।
সো আপনি রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার?
জি
সো রাজশাহী টিটিসি ট্রেনার হিসেবে ইউ হোল্ড আ ভেরি হাই পজিশন ইন দ্য সোসাইটি, রাইট? সো ওই পজিশন থেকে এসে এরকম একটা প্ল্যাটফর্মে দাঁড়িয়ে নিজের খানাকে প্রুভ করা, দ্যাট টেক্স আ লট অফ গাটস। অল ইউর স্টুডেন্টস আর ওয়াচিং, যারা আপনাকে চিনে তারা দেখছে,
জি
অ্যান্ড এটা তো অ্যাবাউট নাও তো 50-50, ইট ক্যান গো এনি ডিরেকশনে। ফুড প্রেজেন্টেশন নিয়ে আমি বলেছি, ইট লুকড রিয়েলি গুড, টেস্ট ওয়াইজ ইট ইজ অলসো ভেরি গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
এভরি লেয়ার, ডিফারেন্ট এলিমেন্টস অফ ইট ভালো লেগেছে।
জি
নিচের সসটা ভালো লেগেছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আমাদের যদি সিলেক্ট হয়ে যান তাহলে কিন্তু একটা লম্বা সময় থাকতে হবে, মানে এত কিছু বাদ দিয়ে ওইটুকু কি করা সম্ভব?
সম্ভব, কারণ আমার বাচ্চারা খুব করে চায়, এটা তো আমার ভালো লাগার একটা জায়গা যে আমিও চাচ্ছি এখানে যেতে। সঙ্গে আমার বাচ্চাদের খুব ইচ্ছা যে তার মাকে এই পজিশনে দেখা যাক, তো আমি হয়তো বা জবও ছেড়ে দিতে পারি এখানে যাওয়ার জন্য।
মৌসুমী, আমরা আপনাকে ওয়েটিং কার্ড দিব, ঠিক আছে?
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আসুন।
ইয়েস, পেয়ে গেছি আমার কাঙ্ক্ষিত কার্ডটি। যদি আমি অ্যাপিরনটি পেয়ে যাই, তো আমি যেখানে জব করি তাদেরকে আমি জানাবো আমি ছুটি চাই 2 মাসের জন্য। যদি তারা মানে রাজি হয় তাহলে ওকে, আর যদি না রাজি হয় তো আমার স্বপ্ন পূরণের জন্য আমি জবটা ছেড়ে দেব, তাও আমি যেতে চাই ঢাকা।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম।
আমার নাম তাসনিয়া আলী।
কি বানিয়েছো আজকে?
আমি বানিয়েছি বিফ লাজানিয়া।
কোথায় শিখলে বিফ লাজানিয়া বানানো?
এটাই ফার্স্টে ইউটিউব থেকে দেখেছিলাম, অ্যান্ড দেন কয়েকবার বাসায় নিজে ট্রাই করেছি 4-5 বারের মতো, যখন আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে রেসিপিটা পারফেক্ট করতে পেরেছি।
সেটা পারফেক্ট আছে?
আই হোপ সো।
ইটালিয়ান আইটেমে কোন উপাদানটা ছাড়া কখনো ইটালিয়ান ডিশ হয় না?
টমেটো আর মৎজারেলা, ওদের প্রত্যেকটা আইটেমে কাইন্ড অফ এই দুইটা জিনিস কনসিস্টেন্ট থাকে।
অরিগানো অলসো।
অরিগানো অলসো, ইয়েস।
এখানে মজরেলা আসছে?
জি, হোমমেড মৎজারেলা, যেটা আমি নিজে বানিয়েছি।
Homemade?
জি,
I am very impressed যে you make your own mozzarella.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
আর কি কি ইটালিয়ান ডিশ তুমি ভালো তৈরি করতে পারো?
স্প্যাগেটি উইথ মিট বলস, এটা ফ্রিকোয়েন্টলি বানাই। আরেকটা হচ্ছে তিরামিসু।
বাংলা খাবার বানাতে পারো?
জি পারি।
5 ফোড়নে যে ব্যবহার করা হয়, 5 ফোড়ন নাম শুনেছো?
জি।
5টা মশলার নাম বলো তো।
মেথি, মৌরি, কালিজিরা, জিরা, নর্মাল জিরা, অ্যান্ড না সরি লাস্টটা মনে পড়ছে।
রাঁধুনি থাকে ওর মধ্যে।
ও হ্যাঁ, সর্ষে
রাঁধুনিও থাকে, রাঁধুনি থাকে। মনে করেন আপনি সেরা রাঁধুনি হয়ে গেলেন,
জি,
15 লক্ষ টাকাও পেলেন,
জি,
দেন করবেন কি?
আই থিঙ্ক কালিনারি আর্টসে একটা ডিগ্রি পারসিউ করব ফার্স্ট অফ অল, অ্যান্ড বেকিংয়ে আমার আরও বেশি অনেক কিছু, যে অনেক টাইপের আইটেমস আছে, সো ওগুলো আমি আমার প্রফেশনালি শেখার ইচ্ছা আছে। তো আমি মোস্ট প্রবাবলি স্কিল বিল্ডিংয়ে ইনভেস্ট করব সবার ফার্স্ট।
So for now, we'll give you a waiting card. ঠিক আছে?
Mình đã tô xong quả dứa với cái màu cam nha. Phần lá là màu xanh nè. Còn phần chùm nho này, đây là một chùm nho chín nha. Mình đã xong cái màu cam này rồi. Mình sẽ tô bằng cái màu tím nha. Màu tím nha. Đây là cái màu tím nè. Mình sẽ xếp lại cái màu của mình vào cái hộp màu này. Để cho nó đỡ chặt nha. Với những quả nho màu tím nhá, mình sẽ tô một chùm nho rất là nhiều quả nho nhỏ nha. Mình đang tô phần chùm nho với cái màu tím nhá. Một cái giỏ hoa quả gồm 4 loại quả là quả xoài, quả táo, quả cam và quả nho. Mình đang tô phần quả nho nha.